Hello, yogi friends. The sun is about to set, and I thought we'd do an evening flow to rinse off the day and relax. Thanks for joining me. Good. Join me on the mat and let's move. Let's flow. Let's move our energy so that we can feel a little bit more grounded in our body and in our mind. Following me to child's pose. Toes together behind you, knees wide, letting your hips sink back to your heels. And big breath as you land into this shape. Your forehead rests onto the ground. And right away, just feeling the movement of your breath, bringing you into your body. Right, consciously directing your attention and noticing what that does for your body and your mind. And then just continuing to feel your breath, feel that washing in and out of the nose, in and out of the torso. We'll continue to connect to the movement of the breath as we move the body as well, right, to create space. So walking your hands a little bit over to the left. You could press into your palms, right? Feel your right hip sliding back, and then breathing along your torso. Awesome. Feeling your hands move through center and then reaching off towards the right. The left hip sinks back. Okay, you might feel like kind of this carving up through the armpits, the shoulders, landing on the back. Yeah, just starting to engage. Good sensation. Coming back to center, spreading your fingers, pressing into your palms, and then coming up onto your hands and your knees. Right. Sliding your right leg back behind you, spread your toes onto the ground. You might press a little into the palms, letting your weight dip back a little to feel the back of your leg stretch, and then sliding the weight forward a little bit. Maybe you lift that back leg up. Right, pressing down through the bottom knee and hands, and then nose and knee move towards one another on the exhale. Good, 3 times. Lengthening it out as you breathe in, and curling as you breathe out. One more, you got it. Lengthening, 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 and then rounding. Good, putting both knees onto the ground, lifting your heart up. Exhale, sinking your hips back, child's pose. Maybe knees together if that works for you. Breathing into your low back, yeah, feel that opening. Right, and the softening on the exhale. Awesome, slide back up, hands and knees. Right, and finding that your other toes slide back. And we're just kind of saying hello to the different body parts, right? So this is just a gentle hello. If your wrists start to feel a little cranky, you can always come up onto your hands and fists, right? Or feel that like rock back and forth. Just to give it a little hello. Yeah, and then picking the back leg up, press through the bottom knee, find that stability. And then knee and nose move towards one another as you exhale. Good. 2 more. Right. Exhaling and rounding, curling through the spine. Good. 1 more. Press, lengthen, and lift. And exhale and curl. Good. Both knees are going to touch the ground. Your heart's going to lift up. And then back to child's pose. Maybe knees together. Exhale. You can bring your hands back by your feet if that feels okay, and feel your spine round over the legs. Good. If you can, just rounding up to the feet on your knees for a moment. Lifting your arms up towards the ceiling, coming up on your knees, and then tucking your hands into your like back pocket, squeezing the elbows towards one another, scooping up through the low belly. I know this is really early for a camel pose, but it's just like cat-cow. We're just doing it in a different way. Right, so we're squeezing the shoulders and lifting the heart. So start to open the spine. Right, and then sit back and curl. Press your hands towards the front of your mat. Yeah, let's do that again. Inhaling to lift up. Exhaling your hands to your back pocket. Squeeze the shoulders of the heart. And then exhale right into that cat pose, pushing your arms forward, rounding through the spine. Yeah, you might do a giant breath. We're going to go 1 more time. Reach up. Breathe in. Hands to your back pockets as you breathe out. Scoop in through the belly. Push down and lift up. Inhale. And then curl as you exhale. Good, guys. 1 more time. Just lift your arms up to breathe in. Hands to heart center as you breathe out. Good. 1 more camel. Tucking your toes underneath. You can bring your hands to your back pockets again, or maybe you slide one hand back to your heel and the other arm lifts up. You can look down towards your back foot or up. Try not to crunch through the low back, so squeeze up through the belly. We're just finding a little side twist in this back bend. And then engage your core. You lift up. Oh, curling round. Good. Inhale. And just settle here, hands to your heart on the exhale. Good. 1 more time. Arms up. Hands to your heart. As you breathe out, tuck your toes. And we're going to reach that other arm back. Lift up and back. If you don't reach the toes, that's cool too. You can just reach towards your heel. If you can snag it, then snag it and lift up and back. Almost like both sides of your lungs are lifting up and back, and then there's just a little slight twist. Awesome, guys. For 3. Set your breath. Feel aliveness in your body for 2. Good. Engage your core. Lift back up. And curl as you exhale. Really press through the upper back. Good. Breathe in. And hands to your heart to breathe out. Really nice. Slide back. Hands and knees as you inhale. Heart lifts. And let's go down dog this time. Tuck your toes. Push your hips up and back. Exhale. You got it. Give your spine some time to create some space in this traction. Spreading your toes, spreading your fingers. Wagging your tail a little bit. Feeling, again, that length in the spine, the stretch down the backs of the legs, and then this plugging in the arms also. Whole body alive. And the breath to support it. Cool. Let's take a look forward as you breathe in. exhale and bring your feet all the way to your hands. Staying here, hanging forward, ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows if that feels okay for you. Right, feeling the backs of the legs stretch, feeling the low back open. We're going to take it into halfway lift. So if you're ready, hands to your shins, pull your heart forward, take a breath in. Go ahead and open your mouth and sigh it out as you forward fold. Let it go. Good, moving that energy. Stand all the way up. Breathe in and reach, top. And then bringing your hands to your heart center. Really nice, guys. Move your weight into your right foot. Pick your left foot up in front of you. Breathe in. Start to send that leg back behind you. So just like we were on hands and knees, you're going to send that leg back, the heart forward. We're going to exhale, stand back up, bring that knee towards your nose. They're not going to touch this time, but we're going to just re-stand. Awesome. 3 times. Inhale it back. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Find that neutral spine. Good. Again, inhale. Yeah, fired up. Exhale. Stay here, breathe in, maybe even extend that leg. Exhale, both feet down. Good, guys, reach up, both arms lift. Exhale, forward fold all the way over. To that halfway lift, breathe in to lengthen. Forward fold, maybe out through the mouth, let it go. Stand all the way up, inhale and rise. And hands to your heart. Other side, take your weight into your other foot, your left foot, I think it is. And the right leg's going to peek up. Open knees out in front of you, about a 90-degree bend. And you're going to send that leg back behind you in airplane. The heel presses back, maybe arms down by your side. Keep breathing. One more inhale here. Use that exhale to come standing back up, knee glides out in front of you. Yeah, a couple times. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Yeah, if you want more, you can always extend that leg again. Inhale, send it back first. Exhale, curl it up in front of you. Maybe one more inhale, maybe you extend the leg. Exhale, both feet down. Awesome, guys, both arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your left foot back, little lunge. Twist towards your inner thigh. And pick your right arm up. Chest moves towards your inner thigh. Good, keep breathing. Okay, you feel that right hip drawing back, your heart drawing forward. See that stretch through the outer thigh. It's opening in the chest. Good, and then we're headed to warrior 2. Right, so you'll spin your back heel flat, bend your front knee. Then you're going to interlace your hands at your low back. Good, here you are, and you're going to peel your shoulders back, lift your heart up. Bow forward, humble warrior. Right, so your hands can stay at your low back, or they can rinse up and over your head. It is up to you. You can really play with feeling that front knee, maybe even bend and straighten, but just opening up that flexibility in your hip, dropping through your head. So good. And drop both hands inside your front foot. Kind of climb through your upper back, and then spin your back heel back up, and drop your back knee this time. So here's our little back bend. Similar to Ustrasana or camel pose, we're reaching for that back foot. You may or may not catch it, and that is cool, but hopefully you're feeling a stretch on the front side of the thigh. Good, breathe, maybe you lift up. Right, these are all options. You got a body, you got to work with yours. Right, something will feel interesting for you without being overwhelming, and that's what we're going for. Good, so there's some arc in the back, some bend in the knee. Good, and then release. Downward dog. Slide forward into high push-up. Lower down, maybe your knees drop. I like that for my wrists. Inhale, lifting your heart. Down dog, push back. Breath in. Oh, breath out. Good, guys. Look forward, breathe in. Empty your lungs and then bring your feet up. Halfway lift. Again, maybe that sigh out of the mouth, move the energy, exhale. And all the way up, breathe in. Find Sherpas, bend both knees. Hands to heart. Good, 3 times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Right, I know we got another side, don't you freak out. I'm with you. This time, move the weight into the right foot, pick the left foot up, breathe in. Send that leg back, exhale. Yeah, this time open up. What is this, Danielle? This is balancing half moon. Okay, we can do this. So your right foot is on the ground. Your right hand might be hovering. Maybe you have a water bottle or something nearby you can use as a prop. Here's the deal, you fall out, you just come back in. Yeah, we're just working this range of motion, this aliveness from head to heel, but now rotating open. Yeah. Now can we stand up and bring that knee into our chest again? Oh, we got it, exhale. Cross it over, we're coming into eagle pose. I know it's a lot on one leg, but you can do it. Hands can come to your heart. Yeah, or you can do some fancy twist up where the left arm goes underneath the right, grabbing opposite shoulders. You can grab opposite hands. Just sit back for 3. Breathing for 2. Right, that focus, that invigoration for 1. Hello. So good. Reach both arms up. Hold all the way down. Here's that other side, halfway lift. Step your right foot back, left foot stays forward. Stay low, take a twist. So your left arm goes up towards the ceiling, right? You're probably peeking around your house, noticing what needs to get cleaned. No, don't worry about that. Come back into your body, right? Feel your breath, feel this aliveness. It's good for you. Good. Spin the back heel flat, find warrior 2. Your left arm spins forward, right? Maybe even out where those legs are. Yeah, and then interlace your hands at your low back to lift your heart. Exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Here we are for a few breaths. Drop into your head. Pressing through the outer edge of the back foot, and again, kind of playing with mobility in your hips. So good. Hands come down, maybe round through the spine for a moment, like that cat pose. And spin the back heel up. Drop the back knee down. Good, bend that back knee. Maybe you first try to reach for it with your left hand. It's okay if you don't reach it. Find a spot and breathe. You'll feel this in the front of the right thigh, an aliveness in your back, getting aliveness in your arms. Good, maybe you do snag onto it, maybe you don't. Maybe you play with coming up onto that knee, snagging it with your right hand. Ooh. You want to be on the front of your kneecap, so you're not on the top of your kneecap where you're grinding it into the ground, ooh, right? Or you can always grab a blanket. Yeah, and then find some back bend. Here we are. That right hand could be to the inside of the back foot to keep opening that shoulder. Keep breathing wherever you are. You can always back off. Good. One more inhale. Yeah, and then exhale to down dog, press and push. I push it. Slow push up. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale, down dog, push your hips up and back. Good, look forward, breathe in. Empty your lungs, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. And all the way up. Here we go, second side with this chair pose. 3 times. Reach up, pressing through the heels, lifting high. And sitting low, back and low. Exhale, hands to heart. You got it, one more. Exhale, go low. This time, move the weight into your left foot. Pick your right foot up. We're sending it back to that airplane pose. And then we're playing with opening the balancing half moon. Feeling that right hip on top of your left. You got it. Set your eyes to one point, maybe down at your mat. Feel your abs draw in, your low belly draw in, just like in that camel pose in the beginning. So it supports your low back, so you're not swaying into it too much. Right? Again, remembering when you fall out, you can come back in and notice, right? It's usually when the mind goes elsewhere, we start to overanalyze. So you can be right in this shape and see what's possible. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, coming back up to stand, bring that knee into your chest. And then settle it into eagle pose for a few breaths. Good, squeezing the inner thighs together, maybe your hands press. Just look somewhere sharply. And breathe, sitting your hips back. You got it. We both got it. We did it. Press down, lift up. And forward fold all the way down. Good, guys. Inhale, halfway lift. Both feet back and I push up. Exhale, 1, 2, or 3 push ups. Or you can skip it. Meeting back in down dog. Big breath in. Open your mouth tight out, let it go. Good, guys. Keep breathing. Feeling that subtle, feeling that echo of that movement. Right, feeling what space is here. Right, or what you're feeling that you might not have been feeling before because things have just been shaken up. Good, guys. Look forward, breathe in. Exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Open your mouth, forward fold, let it go. Stand all the way up. Hands to heart. So good so far. Really awesome, guys. Sitting back, you're gonna just come to all the way to a seat. So into chair pose. But that chair pose is gonna keep going. Reach your fingers forward until your booty comes down, your legs come up. Knees can be bent. Legs can be straight. Have your toes on the ground. Maybe one leg at a time. Right? And you're having a little kick line. Good. Again, squeezing in through the belly to support that low back, to find some aliveness. Right, and the steadiness of the breath. Openness in the heart. So good. Then plant your feet. Plant your hands. Push down. Lift your booty up, your heart up. Again, still feel squeezing through your low belly. So again, you're supporting that low back. Yeah, so good. And booty down. Send your right leg out in front of you. The left foot comes to your inner thigh. We're just going to fold. All right, folding over that right extended leg. You could be pretty particular about, reaching for the toes or flexing that foot. Or you can let that be a little bit more relaxed. Yeah. The breath might relax a little bit here, even though it's still purposeful. Maybe just not as vigorous. And you're giving some love to that left side of the spine. And the right hamstring. Few breaths. Beautiful. Letting yourself roll back up. Be a hot second in boat pose. And then stretching your left leg out. Right foot comes to the inner thigh. And then folding over this leg. Remembering, this leg is different. I've been nursing a little bit of a pulled hamstring. So, remember, it's not about vanity. It's about our sanity right now. So finding a spot feels healthy for you. You're feeling something happening, but it's not any pinching pain. And then you're breathing around it. All right, to allow the shape to work, to allow things to circulate. It's awesome. Good. When you feel complete with that, you're rolling the spine back up. This time, dig both heels into the ground, reach your arms forward, reach up, lift your chest up, and then curling back. One vertebrae at a time. So you come to lie all the way down. Feel your tailbone connect to the earth. Feel the arms go wide. Feel the legs go wide. Just let yourself be here for a moment. Not totally at Shavasana yet, but a little mini rest. Just feeling your heartbeat, feeling a sense of pride, right? A healthy pride. So you have carved out this time to consciously move your body, right? We might unconsciously move it a whole lot, but here we consciously are moving it. Bring the knees into your chest. So feel that, and let your hips rock side to side, or your knees rock side to side, so you can massage out your low back. And really breathe some love into that space. Right. Right, the sacrum, the hips are one of the first places that kind of get frozen, and so good to articulate it in back bends and forward bends like we've been doing through this practice. Right. Coming to happy baby, right? And there's a couple different variations to this. You can grab the big toes, and the knees can go either side of your torso. You could grab behind the knees, grab behind the outsides of the feet. Really whatever opens up your inner groin, inner thigh, and you feel your low back still working towards the earth. Breathing into your low belly. maybe softening through your eyebrows, your face. Good, guys. And slide your knees back into your heart. And then scooch both knees to the left, teeing your right arm out to the right. Left palm can rest gently on the outside of your right thigh if that feels okay. And then giving yourself a few gentle breaths here. Into the base of the spine, base of the belly. Good. Knees back to center, and then twisting the other way. Right, remembering again, it's a different side, so picking a variation that works. You can also put a blanket in between your knees or in between your thighs if that feels supportive. And just letting yourself rest into the support, whatever you have, the ground, a pillow, your friends, your parents, the guy walking the dog across the street. Okay, guys, come back to center. Let's set up for a gentle final rest, extending the legs out in front of you. Arms down by your side, palms face up, or you can place one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Taking a deep breath in. And opening your mouth in a gentle sigh out. You might continue to notice the breath without being kind of obsessive around controlling it, just noticing it, letting that continue to be an anchor. And again, one hand on your heart, one on your belly is a great place to continue to tether to that. And then relishing this purposeful, right, or mindful rest. Right, not necessarily curled up on the couch watching TV, right? This is your body outstretched in like an optimal alignment, reset. And a few breaths here. To let this soak in, this time together soak in. Good. And in your own way, starting to reawaken. Maybe you roll to one side, maybe you bring your feet up onto the ground. And hug your knees in to roll to one side. Just rock right up to a seat. And then we'll meet together in a seated position. You can cross-legged or kneeling. Hopefully this practice has given you an opportunity to rinse out. Maybe you've got a second wind to go hug your kids or your family, call a friend, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And hopefully rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. So thank you so much for joining me for a practice in this virtual format. And I offer you a namaste. Hey. If you enjoyed this video, please comment below, share your top takeaways. It's a way that we can stay connected, share our voices in addition to our movements. And if you're inspired and you have the resources, consider donating. Thank you to the members who are staying active, and we'll see you at the studio soon. Namaste.